right, begin.
What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every one of you are happy and healthy. That's the most important thing. Now, before we get started, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that like button for me and also smash that share button so we can get this channel recognized, you dig? And if you're on Instagram, go ahead and give me a follow there at NCToughTV so that we can stay connected. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and get down to business because I want to talk about this Jussie Smollets situation briefly, okay? Now, the first thing I want to discuss in regards to this situation is the fact that Jussie Smollets' brother spoke out and said that Jussie had been placed in a psych ward inside the Cook County Jail in Chicago. And so when Jussie was getting sentenced and he stood up and had that outburst in court, Jussie was adamant in letting us know that he was okay mentally, and if anything happened to him while he was serving time, that he didn't do it to himself.
And I am not suicidal, and if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself.
And so just a few days later, here's his brother reporting that they placed Jussie in a psych ward.
What's very concerning is that there was a note attached to his paperwork today and put on the front of his jail cell saying that he's at risk of self-harm. I want to just make it clear to folks that he is in no way, shape, or form at risk of self-harm. And he wants to let folks know that he is very stable, he is very strong, he is very healthy and ready to take on the challenge that ultimately has been put up against him. This is not right. This is completely lack of justice. It's angering, it's an outrage, but he ultimately knows what he needs to do. So we want to make sure that folks understand that, you know, whatever inside Cook County Jail what assumptions they may be making. I don't know why they even have him in a psych ward. We still have not gotten clear answers there and why he's even in a psych ward. And they've recently added to his documentation that he's at risk of harming himself. That is absolutely not true. So please, make sure y'all are spreading facts. The media is going to report a lot of false information, and we really need our people, the people who support us, to continue checking folks and making sure that false information does not go unchecked. So on top of that, if folks could really continue reposting things, there's been a post from my page, from Jake's page, from Jazz's page, from Journey's page, all around the hashtag Free Jussie hashtag. If you could repost that, repost similar images, make your own images, always just include the hashtag Free Jussie. And we think it's best if you tag Cook County Jail along with it. We're really just trying to make sure we can get as much engagement and attention on this injustice as possible. Thank you so much for the prayers. Thank you so much for the support that folks have given us thus far. And to the influencers, to the influential people out there, to the activists, to the organizers, we need you. We seriously need you all. We need you to step up. This has gotten to the point where, you know, it's been gone too far, but we are talking about, you know, a very serious situation. We need folks' support in getting our brother out of jail. He never should have been in jail. He was attacked. He is innocent. He is innocent. And even if you don't believe in his innocence, you should believe that he should be free. He should not be in jail under any circumstances. So thank you again for your support. We're going to try and do more of these lives to keep folks updated on what's going on. But remember, Jussie is strong. He wants everyone to know that. He is in no way at risk of harming himself, like they have put on his documentation. He is strong. He understands what he's up against, and he understands that he needs to be focused and ultimately get through these next days in jail.
Now, this is very interesting to me because the very thing that Jussie tried to get in front of by letting us know that everything was okay with him mentally and he was prepared mentally to go and do his time, it seems that the Cook County Jail has come to the conclusion that the psychological stability of Jussie Smollett is in question. Now, let me say this. It's not above the realm of possibility that Jussie had a bit of a breakdown. Even though he says that he's mentally strong, those first few nights in jail could be extremely overwhelming for him. And a lot of people are not built mentally to handle the conditions of being in jail. But if I'm Jussie's family, I need some type of documentation. I also need a diagnosis from a doctor, because you know what? He has to be mentally evaluated from a doctor for them to deem Jussie a threat to himself. So they need to find out why Jussie is in a psych ward, because, you know, if they're just placing him there just to make a mockery out of what he said in court, when Jussie alluded to the fact that he wasn't crazy, and if anything happened to him, he didn't do it to himself. You know, those people love to make an example out of people that have the same hue as I do. So they could be just doing it for and giggles. Let's just keep it all the way 100. So if I'm Jussie's family, I'm asking for video surveillance of my family member, show my family member having a mental breakdown. I need it all. I need factual information showing and proving why you put my family member in a psych ward. Now, Taraji spoke out in regards to this situation, and this is what she had to say. I am not here to debate you on his innocence, but we can agree that the punishment does not fit the crime. Emmett Till was brutally beat and ultimately murdered because of a lie, and none of the people involved with his demise spent one day in jail, even after Carolyn Bryant admitted that her claims were false. No one was hurt or killed during Jussie's ordeal. He has already lost everything. Everything with an exclamation mark. To me, as an artist, not able to create that in itself is punishment enough. He can't get a job. No one in Hollywood will hire him, and again, as an artist who loves to create, that is in prison. My prayer is that he is freed and put on house arrest and probation, because in this case, that would seem fair. Hashtag free Jussie. Alright, so you guys heard what Taraji had to say, and much love and respect to Taraji for speaking out, because the things that she said could very well get her blacklisted in Hollywood, but instead she decided to put her face out there and her neck out there and speak the truth in regards to the Jussie Smollets situation. Now, everything that Taraji was speaking on was straight facts, and as a matter of fact, I brought up the same thing in my last video. I talked about the Emmett Till incident and how the lady admitted that she lied and still didn't do a day in jail. And so you got our people out here percolating and dancing in the street because Jussie Smollett got time, without understanding the true dynamics of the situation. I understand that Jussie bought this on himself, but at the same time, does he deserve to be locked up for what he did, given the history of other cultures doing the same thing, committing the same crime, and not doing a day in jail? But anyway, I'm gonna let this go and let y'all have that in the comments. Drop down and let me know what y'all think about this whole particular situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.